What I was saying,
You
dude.
forgot what you were gonna say.
No, I was carrying on the thought. What I was saying. The people. Oh yeah, the relationship.
I'm about to ask that anyway. I'm about to get into that.
Relationship question. Or is the
I'm about
relationship?
to ask you. Sorry. All right. Hello, people. Back to the new and improved, rebranded, renamed. I'm gonna hype it up as much as I can. The new show and the title we have. The
Don't say don't. Let's keep the intrigue. Why you want to give it away on the first day? Why would you do that?
No, okay, cool. We won't give it away.
No.
We won't
Okay.
give it.
Hey everyone, how are you doing, Decory?
I'm doing good. How are you? It's been a long time.
It's been, yes. Though we talk often, we need to, cut our, friendship talks and just straight to the business. I'm joking. Um, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. What's the name? No, okay.
Oh, so we'll do it at the end of the episode. We'll give it to you at the end.
Mm, no, okay. Let's do it somewhere in
Nah.
between.
All right. Okay. Cool.
It's just like
Uh,
it's like the big YouTubers do, and the name is wait, hold on, and like do some crazy stuff. Just like I hate when people do that.
yeah.
Okay, let's do it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Welcome everybody to season 2 of our brand new rebranded podcast show, and the name is ta 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 ta. No wait, no wait. I actually wanted. No wait, I actually wanted to first of all thank everyone who been watching, listening us while we had this little break in between seasons. Um, I also want to encourage, since we changed the name, to everyone who've been listening and downloading our RSS episodes from Apple Podcasts or Spotify or directly from RSS, it doesn't matter, to re-download it because it's out there, because we had some difficulties. We had to erase the entire season in order to change the link name. So yeah, I would like to thank RSS team for that. They helped with, all the little details. Um, and yeah, if you can do it, we would really appreciate. And I also like to thank people, well, me and Decory precisely, and a few other people who were giving us suggestions on names for the podcast, and for all the people who participate in voting on Instagram and my page, because do you suck?
yeah. I do. I'm getting better though.
Hmm. I'm gonna charge you money if you're not gonna get any better. I'm gonna be rich, bitch. But yeah, anyways, thanks everyone for participating. Welcome to season 2 of our podcast that goes by the name.
Say it.
Yeah.
All right. So the new name of the podcast is the Go Sip Wine Podcast. Boom.
Yeah.
So when you see it, you'll see it makes sense when you see it. You're like, oh, okay, cool. I understand. I understand.
Yeah. So yeah, well, we gossip. We, go and sip some wine while we do it. So, well, though I have water here, yet I'm on the goal to.
Oh, I was like, dang, do I have wine back here? So I look back.
I'm drinking water because like I'm on the goal to run like 80 kilometer per month. Yeah, and I
Yes.
think I will hit 100 because I'm already like half done and I still have like nearly 3 weeks. So I'm like, 20 kilometers more. Why not?
I gotta start running. Like I'm starting my workout journey Monday for
Yeah, I'm finishing
I
my
got
another course. So yeah, healthy lifestyle. But I'll be back. My birthday is soon. So I'll be, I'm just detoxing before the birthday because I'm hitting 30-30. The
welcome
secret
to
to
it.
30-30, not to, overthink it, is to look 27, I want to say.
Yeah, I look like 25. You would never know.
Well, I was like, flattering myself, but you can flatter me that I look 25. It's fine. So yeah, anyways, let's hop into it. We also guys have a little like, timing now. We decided to not to bore you, though we not bore you, we fascinate you, I hope, for like 30, 45 minutes, because we like to talk and sometimes it could be way longer. So we promise to keep it like shorter. And if we have it longer, then we're gonna divide it into episodes. So far, that's the
Yeah.
goal. And also my internet is shit. So if you guys are just gonna do, see weird video, freezing, yeah, I blame it on my internet provider. Okay, D, so what's the topic?
We can't always have.
Season
Okay.
2,
So the
episode
topic.
1, bring on.
The t- so the topic is the state of dating, first dating experiences, aka post pandemic time.
Ugh. Well, technically, I'm still in pandemic, so it's like.
I mean, we technically all are. It's still a pandemic here too.
Yeah, I mean, like, but my lockdown is real. Your lockdown, you can still go out, places are open. Mine is like.
They're just now opening. I mean, like, and I just got my 2 doses of COVID shots, so I'm gonna be traveling soon.
Ooh, how do you feel though?
I'm good. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Because, there'd be like a lot of speculations around the vaccine and everything, but we're
Yeah.
not there. Let's talk about dating because this is, I wanted to say old name right now because this is Ghost of Wine podcast and let's get it on with the topic. Yo.
Let's go. So I'm gonna let you start that one off this time. New beginning. You started off.
Okay, so I have the first question. Let's go back. Well, it's not question. It's like let's go down memory lane to remember how it was pre, but like we're talking about like pre-COVID dating. I want to talk about pre-COVID dating, but let's go like a little bit like because we had like a few steps, like our generation per se. We had like pre-internet dating. Do you remember how it was? How old were you? And were you dating?
Um, I don't even like. I don't know what you can really consider that. Because I feel like when you're older, that's when people start to date. I don't
Well, you know
know.
what I mean by dating at 15,
Ah, yeah,
you know?
maybe.
Yeah, so do you remember
I'm
how
under
was
that
it?
age because it was
Because
weird
like it's
because
like
you didn't
teenage
have your own
age, so.
job. Yeah. Because you didn't have like your own job, your own house, your own car. So it was like you're heavily dependent on your parents taking you places. You
Okay.
know.
I don't
So
know.
that,
I'm from
that
Ukraine. I don't know how it's in
oh,
States.
that's how it is in the States. Like you're heavily dependent on your parents taking you somewhere, or you like catching a bus somewhere or walking.
Okay. Well, I choose like I remember this like horrible. I think that was the first horrible date I've ever had. Um, I was like 15, I think. I was like embarrassed um how the guy looked, to be honest, because like I used to see him like, like all like on sport and everything. And then he tried to put on like together a suit, but it was like summer. He was sweating. Everything was, like and he was nervous and I was nervous and I realized that yeah, I actually don't like this guy. I just agreed to go on a date for god know what reasons because I was 15. That was the reason. And it was so awkward because we were just like walking around the neighborhood and everybody was just like looking at him, poor thing, and he was smelly. He was sweating. I felt like now I feel bad for him, but at that time the only thing I wanted to do is like escape home. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just made some lame excuse and ran off. But it's like it's nice because like I think that time we just like started to have like cell phones. And yeah,
Hmm.
it was all right, but like it was expensive to like call within and like
Oh yeah.
text, so it was like very precise. So yeah.
Yeah, cell phones were super expensive then, and then like making calls, if you were to
Hmm.
call somebody before 7, it's like it wasn't free. So you had to wait till you had the free minutes to call people. I remember it was so strange.
Oh yeah. Yeah, now you just like, call free everywhere. Well, most of the
Because my
time.
mom was like, you can't call out of state. Don't call your dad in Texas. Don't call anybody. If you have to call people, you have to call them after 8 or
Oh.
7. It was just crazy.
Oh,
They
so you
used
have
like
like
so many
different
rules on
like
cell phones back
charges
then.
for the states as well. Oh,
If you call it, like, say if I was in California and then somebody was in like the next state over, like Nevada or Arizona or something, and if you
mm,
call them, it would charge you money. It was stupid.
mm,
Stupid.
yeah. Okay, what about the pre-dating app stage? When we already had Google, we had like Facebook, I think at that time. And but we didn't have
Yeah.
like dating app per se where you go and you like swipe or whatever.
But you know what? I kind of think this goes back to like um the first season, how we talked about that, like the predating, like the like the predates of all this, like of the internet, of the all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, but like that's what I told
So
you. Like I want it to be based on like your own experience, my own experience, because we kind of cover the history, but like, do you remember it precisely? Like, what is like the fun
precisely,
experience of you, like dating pre-dating app, dating
I don't
pre-dating?
really remember it that good. That's crazy. I don't remember it that good because it's more like I was like always in school.
Yeah, so
You know how
you
that
have to,
is.
I don't know,
So
you guys have a prom. I watch American movies back in the day when I was a teenager. You guys have a prom and all that kind of crap. So how do you invite the girl? You have no dating app.
yeah, so I'm weird. So I didn't go to really none of that stuff for school, like
Yeah, you're
none of the
weird. You're
dances or
ruining my
anything.
American dream now.
Like I wanted to. I
Mm.
know it does. So the movies are just dreams. I wanted to do all that, but I was like, nah, I'm cool. Like I didn't want it. It was like stupid for me, so I didn't really do it all.
Why stupid?
Um, I just didn't see the point of it. I really didn't see the point of it.
Mm. Do you
Like
regret that you didn't
the
go
dances
now?
and no, no, I'm happy
Really?
because I did do like prom, but I showed up the last 15 minutes of it and I was like, this is stupid, and I left. There was no
It
point.
wasn't. You didn't go to the prom. You just were
Yeah, I
passing
just
by,
showed up.
whatever.
Yeah, I passed by. I was like, this is dumb. Why I mean, I'm never gonna see any of these people again in high school, so I'm good.
Okay, what about the stage where we just started, adding friends on Facebook? And obviously, like for me personally, there are so many creeps that are like knocking on my, request door to, be my friend. And I was like, the fuck who you are? I don't know you. And like they're trying to send messages, like which happens till this day. But obviously, like I'm not big on Facebook and it just meh. I just don't even check the request, but like it was the kind of case back in the day.
Well, for that, like, I know I didn't really understand it at the time, so it's just like anybody can be your friend on Facebook at one point in time. It
Hmm.
was weird. But like we in my job, there's like, well, you should like make your stuff private and stuff because some people are out there trying to steal your information and stuff. So I really wasn't on Facebook like for
Right.
for that. So
Hmm.
so I
Yeah,
was
which
like
is
weird about it.
actually
I
a
was like,
good thing
nah.
because no one taught us that like that's actually dangerous. Because well, like
Mm-hmm.
no one knew it could be dangerous. So okay, what
Because I
about
do have a story. Like I got threatened on Facebook. It was weird. Like I didn't understand it at first, and it's like, oh, send us money or we'll come kill you. And I was like, oh shit. So I sent like $200 to this place in the Philippines, and then I thought about it. I'm like, how I felt dumb. Yeah. Like I got.
I hope that 20 went to a good deed. I don't know, like a bottle of wine, whatever. Okay,
Hopefully,
what about
fed a family in the Philippines.
yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say $20 is like a big thing, like
No,
big
it was
financial
200,
difference.
200, 200.
You're an idiot. Okay,
Yeah, I'm stupid.
I'm
Let's do
not
it.
judging. I am, but I'm not. Let's now, everyone can relate to this now. Let's go into pre-COVID times. Do you remember how it was a year ago when we didn't know about the la 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 la, all the bullshit that people been talking for a year? It's boring. Do you remember how we used to date pre-COVID?
I
I
think it
do.
was more interaction, it was just more interaction.
Yeah,
Because
obviously.
like before COVID, everybody was just out, it was just more interaction with people. So you had
Uh-huh.
more opportunities to do more things.
Sweet memories. Like even now, like I'm watching, movies and everything, and if they're not wearing masks or it's like too crowded, I was like, it's just like a
Yeah.
reflex now, and it's horrifying, you know.
Because COVID changed your view of like group gathering of people. You see a lot of people, you just like, you start seeing people cough, you like, oh, you see
Yeah.
people sneeze, you want to fight them.
Well, no,
So
I just,
it's
I just keep my distance. I'm cool. You just sneeze in that corner, and I'm gonna go like where the wind goes. Um, yeah, but like let's go like a little bit back in time, but not as far as pre-internet dating, but pre pre second lockdown. I'm just like hooked up with pre word. Yeah, so the first lockdown, which is soon to be anniversary, because I went on lockdown on 9th of March, and yeah,
yeah,
it's
and
like
we went
super
like
near.
March.
And
Yeah, same around here.
how was it like during that first pandemic? Because I remember I was like, in quite part of anxiety because, all the information, everything you hear and read about from sunlight to, midnight about COVID, and that was too much. And I personally was on like celibacy at that time. So I just didn't have any Tinder. I had those apps because I had to write reviews, but I didn't interact with anyone whatsoever on the app precisely for, those things. But the statistically wise, damn, those apps like made some money because like it grew so much. Like
Yeah, it started
the
like you seeing like the ads for YouTube and then internet ads. You've seen it everywhere
mm-hmm.
because I think just the state of lockdown had everybody feeling like okay, especially people who lived alone. Like oh, you feel lonely, so that they advertised it a lot, a lot, a lot.
Yeah, and they actually like it got paid because people started like, even people who didn't ever use the dating app went on a dating
Mm-hmm.
app
Mm-hmm.
on Tinder and Bumble, very very what's the word for that? Not controversial, but like conservative. Very conservative people
Mm-hmm.
went to Hinge, for like something more serious and whatsoever. But yeah, I think we went into another different stage of dating when hookup culture itself is like fading away
Cancel.
at this point, you know?
Yeah.
It's been big for years, and we talked about about it way before in season 1 that hookup culture is huge, and it kept growing and growing. So do you think we're going, now backwards a little bit, though we're using dating apps, but due to pandemic we are not that, free and available to go on a date right away, and we spend more time online? Do you think that we getting a little bit backwards in like to core values of dating and relationship itself, leaving like hookup culture behind and not as popular as it was?
Yes and no. Yes, because some places are on lockdown where you can't like, especially if you live away from your partner, your girlfriend or boyfriend, you can't go see them. You can't take them out on dates. You can't do stuff like
No, we're
that.
talking about
So you
single
have
life
to.
right now. We're talking about single life. Don't go to
Well,
your to your relationship just yet. We're gonna talk about a relationship in a bit. I'm talking about like single life. Do you think in
well,
general like the hookup culture, went a little bit, on second stage because you cannot do anything? Well, unless you do it through the web, but it's
yeah, I think because people didn't want to get like sick or risk their families or anybody like that, so it went back to people. kind of knowing each other more.
Hmm. Do you think it's good?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think so.
agree. Because, I think we mentioned it before, but I'm gonna just repeat myself that, we also, ooh, I want to be alone. Ooh, I don't need anyone, the ego talking where, ooh, I'm not gonna let anyone hurt me again, la 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 la. And and this like in luck because I have my friends, I can go out, shopping, travel, but then, boom, you cannot do any of those things. And then you just like you do feel loneliness because it's not even like awareness of a pandemic itself, which is tragic obviously.
Hmm.
And for those who listen, it's never going to be back to normal. There is no normal anymore, in my opinion.
It's new
um
norms.
and there's like new normal is like we're building this. So build it wise for yourself and start with you. And then I lost my thought. I hope it's fine, its place back. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me just jump into it. Fuck. So, besides like us, growing the awareness of the pandemic, which is per se,
Hmm.
like pretty much tragic itself, but we raised
Hmm.
the inside of the people. I think people just, sat at home in the lockdown and realized that they are lonely, and there's no interaction and then entertainment per se to faded away. And I think they started to
Hmm.
reaching out more to the dating apps with like as a tool to like meet people and bring those values back, that actually okay,
Hmm.
partnership, friendship, relationship is the foundation for you know a, a good living. Because you can be alone, not feeling lonely, that's amazing, but you still
Hmm.
you have friends, you build like friendship, partnership with them, and you do need, I think, person in your life eventually that you want to be with, so I think this a little bit helps our generation and younger ones to go into building it, and not like jumping into like dating right away, but like getting to know each other, you know
That I think this is good, especially if it's somebody that you really want to be with, and it gives you like a time to talk to them on a deeper level instead of just hooking up and then dipping out.
mm.
Especially if you really like start talking to this person, like, man, I actually pretty like this person, so I'm gonna talk more to him. So I think that
Getting ready for
for that is
cuffing
good.
season.
Cuffing season, yeah, yeah, yeah. You get ready for cuffing season, so you don't be so
Yeah.
you don't be a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was for cuffing season. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
nah, I think that it is a good thing. I mean, not saying the pandemic's a good thing, but I think getting to connect with people on a deeper level.
Like silver lining in that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's just easier to, build the connection before you jump into a hookup per se.
yeah,
And like also people are very cautious about meeting each other, they're just like who you interact
yeah.
with, do you wear a mask, what do you think about the whole thing, and it also like kind of
Do you
helps
think
you
it's a
to
hoax that
go ahead.
weed out weirdos? It helps you weed out weirdos because people can be like, it could be a hoax, and then you might, oh yeah. So I mean, that's another thing that you
Yes.
can kind of,
And
yeah,
also it's really good because like even I'm gonna jump a little bit ahead, those like dating apps, this is why they profit a lot, because they immediately put in the video calls inside of the app, so you don't even need to share the information like your
hmm,
IG or number for a FaceTime or WhatsApp number or whatever it is, so
yeah,
they hopped so quickly onto that because I was like writing a review, and like a week later I'm like everything has changed. When we like about to publish the article, I was like, fuck, I need to redo everything, the hell. But they
yeah,
so quickly like did everything, in order to obviously profit, but then to help people to talk. And then that's the
connect,
best
yeah,
thing, you can always say, oh, I'm sorry, like psh, 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 my connection is bad, bye, and then delete and block. So it's
and
like,
and it's a new way for you not to get catfish too. To be honest.
yes, yes. Which a few apps already have those like video calls before,
Hmm.
like before the pandemic, and then everyone is like, oh, okay, we have to do it. But like, there's no point to take it down anymore, so they're just gonna
Yeah,
have it there. So yeah, I mean it's nice. I think. Well, at least we have this. It's not like you have to write a letter and wait 3 weeks for it to be delivered there. Back and forth.
Our call and then had your mom like, get off my goddamn phone, you know.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny times, you know.
Oh
Good
man.
things, but
No, I just had one phone in my house, so we didn't have that problem. We did have a problem when I was too long on the phone, and then Bill came out. They're just like, "I get your ass in here." I'm just like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck,
I've
fuck,
been on
fuck,
the
fuck,
phone too
fuckity
long.
fuck, mom, sorry."
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
like, "Yeah,
yeah.
granted." I was like, "Man, yeah." A few months pass by, and I do the same shit.
Do you think your relationship is better or worse post pandemic, kind of post pandemic ish?
Okay, so my relationship started like in between, like before the lockdown, like right away, literally a few
Hmm.
minutes before. So I don't know. It's harsh, but as we say, it is what it is. So literally, there's nothing we can do about it. We're just being very cautious. Because we see each other less because of that. But
Hmm.
on the other hand, I do feel that right now, especially, like, because I don't think that would have been the case a year ago. Right now, people in general are more cautious about each other's health state
Yes.
every
Yes.
single day, because they're just like, now, not how's your day, but like, how are you feeling today? And it's okay, people try to cheer you up in any relationship, not only in romantic ones. But, there's like this a beautiful feeling that you don't well, I don't feel pressured, to talk to a person every single day, if I don't feel like it. And it's okay. It's not
Yeah.
me like, oh, my relationship are fucked, or I don't want to talk to you, like, oh, I don't know if we should be together, la la la. It's about just like, I don't feel like it, and we should normalize it because it's tough. And I'm not gonna lie, the second pandemic getting to my head more. I don't know why,
Hmm.
but uh, trying to figure that out. But I think people are just more um, value each other, and like health in general, like
Yeah, I think
each
like
other's um, wealth being, I would say.
yeah, yeah. And you know, like for me, so our lockdown has been weird. Like we have been on a lockdown. The first one was like bad. We couldn't leave out or whatever. And
Mhm.
then like, you know, my relationship started. And for me, I would just break the rules to go see her. You know, I didn't care. You know, break the rules to go see her. If like they're like, you can't drive to this place, I'll ride my bike there. You know, I
What?
was doing all that. So
Hmm.
I think that like as time goes on, it's been getting better and it's been getting like for me, I think things have been improving because I see her every day. You know, it's
Hmm.
been getting better. You know, I've been um you know, learning more, bettering myself, stuff like that. So I think it's getting better because it's like we're growing closer and closer and closer. You know,
Hmm.
you do have your little hiccups here and there, you know, which every
Right.
relationship has. But I think that like this, because it's like we can't go out, we can't party, so it's like us, you know,
Hmm.
where it's just us.
Okay.
So I think it's been better in that sense.
That's really good. I also have like this few stories that I've heard from, from there and there, that they're like literally now there's a term for like lockdown boyfriend girlfriend, where they're just like literally people go back and forth together before the lockdowns, during the lockdown they together, and then after lockdown they like separated again. And I was like, that is the
Mhm.
weirdest thing ever. But apparently it's getting like as a thing. And I was like, that's so weird.
Well, I
But
think it's because like some people like, you know, they started talking and then it was like, let's see if we can actually be with each other for this long, you know, without killing each other and then are like hating
that's
each other.
like a whole, like, you don't go to that kind of thing uncautious. You have to like think through what you're getting yourself into.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
that just, it's just in general like very weird. But in terms of like what you share about your relationship, how it's like making you closer, I would say definitely that I've learned patience. For fuck's sake, I'm such an
Yes.
impatient person in my life. I was like, I need it right now. I want it now, here, and right away. And then now it's just like,
Yeah,
because
I know
there's
you're
been like a
impatient
gap
because the
that,
podcast.
yeah. Um, so yeah, basically, like, I thought I would go crazy, like, like a little baby, because my ego, it's not. I'm getting better with, like, working on it, but like, it's not always great. And I thought I would go crazy,
Hmm.
nothing. I just like came to like a very calm state of mind that I cannot change anything. I
Hmm.
am happy, that I am healthy, la la la, and we have all the type of communication to talk, like we still like, have fun, la 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 la. But then, it was, I just couldn't change it. And then the reward eventually was amazing, and it felt so
Yeah,
nice
well,
because you knew that it's not forever, and you just like, like a little kid for the Christmas morning, just like, in the meantime, like I do have a lot on my plate, so I just barely had time, literally, to be
yeah.
bothered about negativity or anything. And also, like, I think
Hmm.
pandemic is like teaching you to communicate more and detox all the negativity away, because it is too much. And I think people like got really cautious about self-care as well, and I think
Yeah.
it's really, really good and healthy. And which is like very controversial, because it's like not really healthy environment right now. But because we were
Yeah.
taught not like pay attention, to your mental health as much as we are now. So I think that's
It used to be frowned
another
upon.
silver
So
lining. So yeah.
yeah, like I take therapy. Like I'm good with it. I'm cool with it. It's been helping.
Yeah. So let's talk. Our final part of the conversation is sex, obviously, because guys, we changed the name, we changed the change. What's wrong? Change the beat, and you know, just we didn't change, hosts or whatever, and we do stick to our conversation. We just expand it a little bit more. We don't talk about dicks or pussy all the time, but it is part of our any relationship, you know, because it is what it is. So, how about sex during pandemic? Because you cannot see each other. I'm talking about single life again. What
Hmm.
I've read, I think some like doctor was like saying something about like um, you are your safest sex partner at this point, and I was
Yeah,
like,
at that point, because you was like
duh.
Dr. Death walking around here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but like, do you think that people even still care about sex as much as it was before, since like we talked through that hookup culture is like going a little bit backwards.
So you talking about during the pandemic when it first started, or the first lockdown?
Yeah, do you think like people just
I,
like, because I was in celibacy a little bit before that, so I didn't actually
mhm.
care. But obviously, like after a few months, there are like different types of celibacy anyway. So I went um to the website of sex store website eventually, like after like 3 or 4 months, because I was just like, you know what, I just deserve it. And I
You
discovered my
know,
G-spot. I was like, best decision ever.
it's crazy. Like I was watching a YouTube video about like Amazon. It was like, people are ordering unnecessary stuff. We're not here to deliver your dildos. We're here to deliver essential needs. It was just funny.
It is
And you
essential.
made me think of that. Like,
No, I didn't went on Amazon though. I went to like a sex store, small business supporter.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So yeah, just I treated myself the way I
Um,
wanted. So do you think like those like sex stores when all and beyond, or
I think they made a lot of money during the pandemic, a lot of money, especially from the women, especially from you guys, because like I like on Instagram and I was just scrolling through, you see everybody posting like the satisfier, the satisfier, the satisfier. So I'm
yes,
like,
because
yeah, I'm
it's
pretty sure,
important. Female orgasm
I'm pretty
is
sure they made a lot of
important,
money.
and nobody
But I
like,
think
it's not that often to get female orgasm. So we can
no,
just
but like But like you asked the question, do people even care? So some people cared, so they was breaking the rules doing it, and then they got sick, and some of them probably died. I'm pretty sure some of them probably died trying to go out and have sex with somebody and then caught COVID and died.
No.
But I think a lot of people
That's
too
one
were,
stupid death.
yeah, yeah. But I think a lot of people too were like, who were like smarter about it. Like, I'm not trying to risk my health for sex.
Yeah.
There's other ways to please. There's other ways to do that. So
Yeah.
I think that
Mhm.
people did care, but not as much. I feel 50-50. You had people who like, oh man, I'm gonna die without it. And you had people that's like, okay, I'm not trying to die. Get in it.
Mhm.
That's what I
Yeah.
think.
And I think the same goes for like people who were by themselves, like without even trying to risk, okay, so do I want to, buy all the sex toys or are I just gonna chill? And I think it like those phases when like, sometimes in the beginning, some like changing, exchanging ways. Yeah. Still though, like even after the pandemic was over, it took me a while, to navigate myself because like I don't trust people that easy. So like,
Hmm.
especially after the situation because I don't like to be sick, period.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I'm not talking about
Nobody likes to be
Rona
sick.
whatsoever, just like literally I don't like it. I don't like the feeling, if I'm like tired, I will take vacation gladly. I'm not gonna wish, oh I wish I no. So for me, like I was pretty cautious, and then I went from Spain to Portugal, and here things were like more clear and like free, which now we are paying for, because yeah. So like, well, at least like there was like a good summer. I'm not gonna lie, the summer was okay, like
Yeah,
as
summer was
much as we
okay.
could. I was able to
Yeah.
like, go home, come back, like go to a few countries in between. So I'm not gonna say it was the worst, but it was good. It was
Hmm.
okay. It was normal, kind of like despite the mask thing.
It was a normish,
Yeah,
normish,
yeah, yeah. As much as it could have
normoish.
been normal, that from what we
Mhm.
remember, yeah, that could have been the best. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything
So
else?
yeah, like, nah, I was just thinking like, yeah, a lot of people were lonely in this situation. So like I said, if I was a betting man, I would have put money in stocks and sex stores and got money for it because I'm pretty sure they were up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Mhm.
think this was like this episode, just getting back into it. We're a little light. We'll get into some heavier stuff. So I think that we're getting back into it. It's cool. I did see your Instagram post with like we're trending in some countries. I'm like, oh, I seen it. I was like,
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah,
what?
I wanted to give a
Oh,
shout out. Like, we are on number 18 in Apple Podcasts in Latvia, which is like, oh my God, like, we haven't
yeah,
even
I've never been
tried.
to
I had
Latvia,
no
but
idea we had so many listeners in Latvia, which I'm truly grateful for. And, you guys
yeah,
give it up. Other countries should,
thank you.
Yeah, but like, thank you very
Step
much.
it up.
And that was like amazing news. I woke up and I was in the shittiest mood, but that made me smile and that started my day. And that was
Yeah,
amazing. So,
I seen it. I was like, what?
right? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
awesome.
interesting.
So, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much. Okay, now let's
Thank you,
wrap it up.
thank you. And yeah, so yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna get better, get back into the episodes. Season two, bigger, better. We're going in. Um, that was my alarm, but we're going to get bigger and better in this about this. The new name, Gossip Wine. We're back.
Yeah,
A lot more guests to come in this one. We're going to do it like we said. If you've seen our little trailer clips that I has been working hard, working her ass off, putting out.
thank you.
Hey, you've been working hard on that, and I give you your props for it. This is gonna be good. We're gonna do good.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do, great. You just guys listen for to us, and we're still gonna do the same schedule: Wednesdays RSS, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Thursday YouTube. Please subscribe, hit notification buttons on YouTube, Subscribe, follow, and download episodes on RSS, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. We will appreciate if you let us grow. I think we have nice topics for season two. Some naughty ones, some very deep topics. As Decory mentioned, we have a few cool guests, and we keep going. And this numbers and everything, just keeps us going even harder and faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
Number
wrap it up.
18.
That
Just imagine
was
when we get
the
top five.
yeah, or number one.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, keep listening. We will keep creating for you. That was the Gossip Wine Podcast, and we are out.
The Gossip Wine Podcast.